So before we get started, this is a little bit of a run through for the adults. You will need to help your children with the years of like when they were born, when they started school. We don't expect them to know that by themselves. Try and repeat the keywords a lot. Like the keywords will be past, present and timeline. As this is just an intro lesson to help them understand the concept of history. So when we're going through the timeline and you do the activity, you'll see that later on in the video. Try and point out like this is the past, and this is the now, the present. Okay, hope that helps. If you want to have a little probably watch of this video before you show it to your children, it might help you understand what the task is, and if you need any help and you're not quite sure what to do in a certain part, then you can ask me. So hope that helps and enjoy your first topic lesson. Hi Maple class, and welcome to your first YouTube topic lesson. We're starting a new topic today and it comes under the category of history. So we've just done a really good geography topic. We've gone all the way around the world, so we understand a little bit more about geography and about places. But with history, we're learning more about what happened in the past. But for our topic, we're going to be learning about what's happening in our past, so our timeline, and other people we know's timeline, and how life has changed in such a short amount of time. When Miss Birchall was younger to now, lots of things have changed. Lots of things existed which don't exist anymore, and lots of things that exist now didn't exist when I was little, and you'll find the same in your timeline. So before we get started, we are going to think about two keywords today, being past and present. Pause the video and discuss what you think these two words mean. What does past mean and what does present mean? Fantastic. What ideas did you have? Brilliant. So, the word past means it's already happened. It is in the past. It is passed through time. The past can mean a wide range of things. The past can be a second ago, because that's already happened. It can be yesterday. It can be last week. It can be 5 years ago. It can be the day you were born. So, past already happened. Present means the right now. It's happening right now. The present can mean what's happening today. So, the present means what's happening right now. Right now we have computers, we have phones where we can video call people, we go to school and we have our own iPads. In the past, that wasn't always the case. When I was your age and I was in year 5 at school, we did have computers, but they wasn't as clever as the computers we have today. Where we have our big screen in class, I didn't have that. I had a chalkboard and a whiteboard my teacher would write on, and there'd be no things like PowerPoints or YouTube videos, and Just Dance did not exist. So that's the difference between the present, what's happening now, and the past, what's already happened. What I want you to do now is pause this video and discuss with whoever's in your room, or if you're on your own, just write it down, what you think the difference is between the past and the present. What happens now, what didn't happen in the past, and what happened in the past that doesn't happen now. Have a think about that. Pause the video now. Brilliant. Share your ideas now. Fantastic. So lots of things change, and that's what history is about. It's about really looking about how from the past to the present things have changed. But today what we're going to do to really understand how a timeline works and how things can happen and change and be created or be forgotten, we're going to create our own timeline. But it's going to be a very short timeline because it's just going to be a timeline of you. So pause this video and get your equipment ready. You need a piece of paper, a pen, and get a little bit more creative. Get some photos, maybe a photo of when you were a baby, maybe a photo of when you were going to school for the first time. Just a variety of photos. So pause the video here and get your equipment ready. Brilliant. So now you've got your equipment ready, I'm going to show you what we're going to do today as our topic activity. So here you can see my timeline. I've added a few photos just to show you how things change. So in 1992 I was born. In 1996 I started school. Here's my first ever school photo. In 2008 I finished high school and went to prom. This is me in my prom dress. In 2013 I graduated from university. Here's me. And in 2014 I started working at Hawthorns. In 2019 I became your teacher. So here is the first part of our challenge today. But instead of making it about me, I'm going to make it about you. Okay guys, so events you want to talk about on your timeline are when you were born, when you started school, when any siblings were born, a special holiday or a special celebration. If you have any extra events to add, feel free to add them. Okay guys, so that's the activity. You want to create your own timeline about you. So pause the video now and get started on the first part of this activity. Okay, you have now done your timelines and you can see the journey you've been on in the time you've been alive, from past to present. Now, if that was enough of a challenge for you, stop here and we'll see you again next time. However, if you fancy a little bit of an extra challenge, stay tuned. Okay, so for part 2, for the extra challenge, what you're going to do is you're going to look at your timeline and you're going to add different things that have been created or invented through your timeline. So look at this on my timeline as an example of different things that have been created or invented during the time that I've been alive. Here you go. Okay, so this is your extra challenge. As you can see, my timeline is in black, but I've added in blue different things that were invented through my timeline. So, text messaging was invented the year I was born. The first mobile phone was invented 2 years later. In 1996, the Nintendo game console was invented, and the first ever DVDs. And in 1998, Google was invented. So, before 1998, no one could say, oh, just Google it. In 2007, the first iPhone was created. And in 2010, the first iPad was created. So, between 1992 and 2010, no iPads ever existed, or iPhones. Which, when you think about most of you was born in 2010, all of this here already was invented by the time you were born. But, in my timeline, it didn't exist for a big part. So, thanks to 1998 creation, you can Google what different things were invented in your timeline. Okay, off you go. So now you've finished the extra challenge to this activity, you can really see how things have changed from past to present. And you can see that so much has changed and happened in the time that you've been alive. However, next time when we log into our next topic related video, you'll find out that things have happened beyond your timeline, even more in the past the time that you were born. Because the world has existed for millions of years and lots of things have changed. So today, what we've learned is in our timeline, from past to present, things change and happen all the time. And in the next video, you're going to find out how history has changed schools, shops, the way we live, and technology. See you next time. Well done guys. Remember, if you have completed your timeline, please share it on Twitter so I can see all your amazing work and give out some extra special dojos. Well done everybody.